Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for some more DC reviews, and in these DC reviews I'll be covering the Absolute Evil one-shot, as well as the Justice League, the Omega Act Special one-shot. I'll now get things ready and organized for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So, moving on to first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It sort of does, to which I give it a 6 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what is happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with Oliver Queen Green Arrow in the present, but in the first page we actually get to see the character of Hawkman. As we start to jump towards the middle of the story, we learn that these group of people have learned that there is an absolute universe, which connects to the Absolute Wally West, Martian Manhunter, and the other characters connected in the story. And of course you'll recognize this because it's actually used on the thumbnail. And last but not least, we have a character on call. For the internal art, I give it a 6 out of 10. Next is the area of the story. So first things first, do we get anything time-wise? We do. We have the year of 1951 along with now being used. Next is the location. It would have been nice to have the location being mentioned in the story. And I think because of that, it actually takes away a lot from this particular story and this one-shot. Next is the cast of characters that we get to see in the story. We, of course, see Hawkman, Green Arrow. We have someone by the name of Hector, Veronica. We had the Mirror Master. And last but not least, Lex Luthor, who was at the end. For my overall rating, I give it a 5.5 out of 10, which I think many of us might actually be disappointed in the upcoming DCKO. Why do I suggest that? I'll leave that for when we move into the next one-shot that I'll be covering next. And just a reminder of the rating for this, I gave it a 5.5 out of 10 for this particular story. So as we move into the Justice League Omega Act Special, first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In essence it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we get to see some of the things in relation to Krypton, covering Kara, the cousin of Superman, and I think this is also wanting to play a part on how things are actually, or what things are actually occurring in the present-day DC universe. As we move a little bit further within the story, we see some of the things that Booster Gold is up to, as he gets to have a look at certain things. We see a connection to Darkseid. We have the character of Doomsday Time Trapper, to which only Darkseid can actually kill Doomsday Time Trapper. But for some reason, DC wants to ignore that law, as Booster Gold gets to see some of the events that take place in the very far future, and also the only time that they can sort of do the changes are whatever they can do in the present now. So hence they are left with a bit of an ultimatum. So, for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story. So, first things first, did we get anything time-wise? Sure enough, we did. But we also got some comic references as well to the DC All-In Special, Superman issue 30, as well as We Are Yesterday arc, which was really good, and that is the only thing. That is one of the things that sort of does raise the story rating up. Next is the location. I believe the watchtower was meant to have been used in this, but it was not specified, and it should have been specified. I know Krypton was used in here. Next is the cast of characters, to which we had Doomsday Time Trapper, the members that make up the Justice League in this present all-in iteration. Of course, the character of Darkseid, as well as Booster Gold. My overall rating is a 6.5 out of 10. And I know I brought up before that I think we're going to be disappointed with DCKO. And also using the absolute evil in reference to it. Because with absolute evil, of course, they've made a connection with that and the sort of like the present energy. And I think what they're going to try to do, yes, I understand that they do want their hero or their Omega hero for this DC universe, but in technicality, they really don't need it. Because what of the characters of, say, the Anti-Monitor, the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor, and like some of the, is it Perpetua, I think it is? Like, where are those characters when you need them in a story like this? And I think that question might actually come up a little bit more as this event takes place. And if you were really looking for a hero to take on that position for the DCKO, wouldn't you look for someone more in the cosmic than just the random loser meta-powered superhuman? And this is why I think DCKO might actually end up not getting as many sales as they're expecting. Yeah, I understand the event, but the only way that this could actually generate what they're looking for, like with what's happening with the Absolute series, they might also want to integrate maybe a tournament between the multiverses. And how many multiverses are there presently in the DC universe to move into getting this ultimate Omega power or ultimate Darkseid power? The mere little human being ain't gonna help, let alone the meta human being. It ain't gonna help. You need someone that's a little bit higher up in the food chain. And this is where the characters of the Anti-Monitor, Perpetua, so you need these characters to become a force to go up against the Darkseid energy. Not the ones that they're actually picking in the story. This story is gonna flop. Right? It's gonna be all fun at the beginning. I guarantee you, it's gonna be all fun and games at the beginning. Maybe with the first 3 or 4 issues when they come out. But by the time it starts to get to the end, you're gonna have people questioning, where are these characters when DC could use them now? I understand that there's like an issue with the time, but that shouldn't affect that Monitor, the Anti-Monitor, Perpetua, or whoever it is. These are the characters that you would actually want to call upon to help in this situation. these, you'll probably have good sales probably within the first 3 or 4 issues. Then after that, it is going to drop like rocks towards the end of the issues, because people are going to see through it. Well, until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.